that the African-American vote has been very small in favor of the Republican Party. I have a governor standing behind me here who got a larger percentage, please correct me if I'm wrong, of the African-American vote than any Republican has for a long time. That's because of efforts such as the Black Belt Partnership that I was referring to earlier. That is common goals and common interest and people on both sides of the aisle joining together. I'm committed to doing that. I have to learn a lot from them along the way so I can be more effective, just as we've seen the example here in Alabama in the Black Belt, where the governor and I went before to Demopolis, where it was probably the heart of the challenge, and as there is all over this section of the Black Belt.
Last question.
Right, let me do one couple.
Some discussion that the McCain administration might be somewhat of an extension of the current administration. Are you finding it important to differentiate yourself at all from your predecessor in this office?
No, the American people will judge who they want to vote for, not by necessarily the past. Past is important, records are important, but the major factor that motivates people to vote for the person of their choice is how that person is going to handle their future, their vision, their motivation, their plans, their ways that we can improve people's lives and inherit the American dream, which is to hand our children better lives. That's what the majority of the American people will make their judgment on, and I'm very happy with the progress that we've made, and I'm very happy with the kind of campaign we've run so far. There will be ups and downs, as there is in every campaign, but I'm very pleased at where we are. And as I did in the primary, I believe that I can outwork any opponent that I've ever had. Yes.
Follow on that. Do you feel like the Bush administration has made your job more difficult, given what happened with Katrina and other parts of this country, and the bad feelings in the black community for the White House right now?
Well, I don't have a judgment on that. I can only repeat what I just said. I'll be running my campaign on my vision, on my belief in my ability to make this a better nation for our children and our grandchildren. I am confident that my past record, but most importantly, my ability to frame the issues and the challenges. Look, we're going to have huge differences here. We've got Senator Obama and Senator Clinton who want to raise your taxes. My friends, if you want someone raise your taxes, fine. I want to lower your taxes. If you want someone who's paid for withdrawal from Iraq and thereby chaos ensues, then that's your choice. If you want the families to make your choice about health care in America, which is my choice, then is what my path, or you want government to make the choices, such as Senator Clinton and Senator Obama want. We'll have great differences, and we'll let the American people decide. And it'll all be about a fundamental philosophy as whether we think people should decide for themselves or government should decide for them. I'm confident I can prevail in that debate. Thank you.
Senator, you answered one of the questions by saying that you were aware that some voters wouldn't vote for you. Are you?
Yeah, I did not expect a unanimous vote.
Well, I guess the question is, are you concerned that it's your candidacy or the history of the Republican Party and its reputation that's in play here?
My concern about America is not got to do with party identification. My concern about America today is that Americans are hurting. Americans today are sitting around the kitchen table and saying, how can I keep my home? How can we make next month's mortgage payment? How are we going to keep our job? How are we going to give our kids an education? That's the challenge. This challenge is one that has got to be met. I have outlined a number of economic proposals recently, and we will continue to do so. We'll talk more about this issue of small business not having access to credit so that they can continue to hire people and to contribute to the American dream. We'll be talking about those issues. We'll be talking about them not because I'm a Republican and not because I'm a Democrat, but I am motivated and basically grounded in the principles of the party of Abraham Lincoln, Theodore Roosevelt, and Ronald Reagan. Those are my fundamental principles and philosophies. But we will be talking about making sure that every American has the opportunity to realize the American dream and go just as far as their ambitions take them. That's what my candidacy is going to be all about. With that,
What about fuel prices that we're facing right now?
Okay, good. One more.
Senator, what about fuel prices that we're facing right now? We had a station in Birmingham at $4 a gallon. One day
Fuel
last
prices.
week.
Thank you.
What is the solution?
You know, two things. One, if I could, our dependence on foreign oil is unacceptable. It's outrageous. And my friends, the $400 billion, over $400 billion that you'll send this year to oil-producing countries, where that goes to the hands of people that don't like us very much, and some of that money ends up in the hands of terrorist organizations. It is unacceptable. We must do green technologies. We must have alternate energy. We must reduce barriers to import of things like ethanol from Brazil, and we've got to stop subsidizing ethanol, in my view. But the important thing is that we can move forward with green technologies, including nuclear power, which is safe, to reduce and eliminate our dependence on foreign oil. The second thing, my friends, it's a small item, but I recommended maybe a holiday from your gas tax, just from Memorial Day to Labor Day. You know what was so interesting about that? The special interests in Washington, usually the guys that are the people, not the people that are driving around in chauffeured limousines are the ones that said it was the end of Western civilization as we know it if we give you a little relief at the gas pump this summer so you can go a little further, so that you can have a more enjoyable vacation. Please. My friends, I'd like to just between Memorial Day and Labor Day say, let them pay 18 cents a gallon less at the gas pump than they did just for a couple months and give them a break. Thanks very much. Thank you for being here.